Are you a people pleaser? Welcome to Life Squared. Thanks for joining me here. I'm Angie Lynn.
Welcome to Life Squared, brought to you by the Perfectly Imperfect Network, from imperfect folk everywhere.
Are you a people pleaser? You probably have a pretty good idea, but we're going to give you 9 reasons to believe you just might be a people pleaser. Generally, people pleasers are not as happy as they could be if they quit trying to please everyone. So let's go through these reasons and you decide. Number 1, you can't say no. Yeah, you know who you are. You just can't say no to anybody. And then you have 0 time for yourself. You sometimes can't be in 2 or 3 places at one time. Something's got to give, but you still can't seem to say no. Number 2, you care too much about the opinions of others. In fact, you're obsessed with it. And you possibly fail to realize that the opinions of others are based upon their beliefs about themselves and their own shortcomings. So many times, whatever they're unhappy with you about is actually what they're unhappy with themselves about. So you really can't win. And if you're obsessed with it, please quit being obsessed and get some extra help from a therapist, a life coach, or really learn to work on it yourself. Number 3, the idea of setting boundaries makes you nervous. In a way, you want everything to be your business. You want to be a part of everything because you're afraid not to, and you don't clearly understand your boundaries. People pleasers tend to have boundary issues. The roles in their life are not clearly defined, and that happened before the age of 7. For example, a child might act more like a spouse. Or sometimes a child may act more like a parent to their parent. Vice versa. A spouse can act a lot like a child. Define your roles, understand boundaries, and work really hard to set boundaries. It will make your life so much happier. Number 4, you feel guilt about personal time and pleasures. You have to attach a task to everything you do. For example, if you go on vacation, you have to find a business purpose for it. You'll create one. Well, if I go to Arizona, I can check out our store there. I mean, you come out with all kinds of things. I'll take photos that we can use on our website. Maybe a little bit of that's okay, but putting that kind of personal need to make everything about work or about a task is not really that healthy for you. And I do believe that Europeans do a much better job of taking personal time than Americans do. And that is one of our downfalls. It's okay to have pleasures. It's okay to have personal time. Number 5, you're apologizing for everything. If you find yourself constantly apologizing just to kind of keep problems at bay, problems that haven't even occurred yet, you're probably a people pleaser and you might be suffering from some OCD. Don't apologize for everything. Only apologize for what needs to be apologized for. First of all, if you apologize things that don't, you fuel people that will take advantage of you and mistreat you. So don't think you just need to apologize and then you're going to be able to move on because they'll drop it. They won't drop it. Don't do that. Number 6, you need approval. You want approval. You're constantly asking for approval. You're constantly asking for the opinions of others. Are you sure this dress looks okay? Are you sure my hair looks okay? You're constantly looking for approval. The only approval you truly need is yours. Sure, approval is nice from other people, but don't get to the point where you need it. Number 7, you have low self-esteem. People pleasers have low self-esteem. You just don't feel good about yourself and your abilities. We have videos about low self-esteem. I urge you to take a look at them. Number 8, you don't share your feelings. You may even talk a lot, but you don't really share how you feel. And you often lie about how you feel when someone asks you. Why? Because you're trying to please them. And you feel like the way you feel might not make them very happy. And I will tell you this, if you've got great people around you, that's the last thing they want. And you probably don't know how they feel. Unless you are a mind reader, you don't know how they feel anyway. You're only guessing. Number 9, same idea. You always agree. You always agree with other people. You're like a chameleon. And we know that's not how you really feel. She'll be you. You're the only one like you. And how awesome is that? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you feel so inclined. Tell your friends. And we really appreciate you joining us here. I know I do, and I know all my partners do here at Life Squared.
We really appreciate you joining us today at Life Squared on the Perfectly Imperfect Network. To get more content, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or feedback, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Thanks for watching.